Welcome back to my Amazon selling journey. This week I want to talk to you guys about the 4 things that I really wish that I would have known right off the bat to help to make me a better seller on Amazon.
Hi, I'm Cassandra Barney with Profit Guru. I'm a teacher, mother of 3, and Amazon FBA seller. Here at Profit Guru, we're dedicated to trying strategies out and continually improving our own software to help other Amazon sellers just like you.
First, really important thing that's going to determine how successful you are with Amazon is knowing the ins and outs of the business. There really are a lot of moving parts when it comes to selling on Amazon, and there's a ton of different selling models. I really didn't realize this as a new seller, and I didn't have anybody that was really there to explain it to me. So what people should first realize is that there's a lot of rules. Make yourself familiar with the most important rules for selling on Amazon, and then decide which model you think is best for you to start your business with. I would definitely recommend, if you are somebody new to e-commerce and selling online, to probably not jump into the private label model just to begin with. I would definitely recommend to do the arbitrage model and then ease your way into wholesale before you decide to jump into private label, because there is a lot to it. And if you don't do it right, you can lose thousands of dollars. So the very basics of Amazon would be, number 1, understanding what Amazon is, the difference between merchant fulfilled and Amazon fulfilled, knowing that Amazon fulfilled entails you sending the stuff to Amazon warehouses where they're going to ship it to the customers and take care of all the customer service. So once you have established kind of what element and what model you want to do with Amazon, then you need to go and open up your Amazon account. So those are the first things to do as a new seller to start to become successful with Amazon. Know what it is, open up your account, and choose the model that you're going to do. Now, the second thing that I realized that's going to be so important to you as a new seller is to find a community of people. I really didn't understand what Amazon was, and I felt like I had nobody to ask about it. I started watching some people on YouTube, but then discovered that they were people who just wanted to sell courses. So if I really wanted to learn what this is about and to get help doing it, I was looking at spending thousands of dollars, which I knew I didn't want to do. So the second thing to do to be successful is to find yourself a community. The best place to go that I found was on Facebook. There are a ton of different communities for Amazon sellers, and even one specific to the model that you chose. There's wholesale communities, there's arbitrage communities, there's private label communities. So go and add yourself into these groups. This was one of the best ways that I learned early on how to do Amazon. I would just add myself to as many groups as I could, scroll through the feeds, and just read post after post. Yeah, a lot of the wording and the verbiage didn't make sense to me at first, but the more posts that I would read through the comments, it started to make sense a little more. You're not just going to be able to learn everything all at once. And that was one of my big problems. I just wanted to understand it and know how to do it. And it's kind of hard with Amazon because there are so many working pieces to it. So do what you can to absorb as much as you can in a day and to try to process it. Keep going into these support groups. I myself have a support group on Facebook. If you want to go to Amazon Hustlers, I'll link it below. But definitely get yourself into support groups and meet some people that are like you. I have people who I talk to all of the time, and I didn't know them before Amazon. But they're people we'll just message, we'll chat, we'll ask each other how the businesses are going. Just people like that. You need to build a support and a community of people around you to help you. The third thing that I wish that I would have known as a new seller was that you really need to focus on getting really good at one thing first before you start another. So as I was finding, there's different models to do. I can do this, I can do this. I just wanted to do them all. So I was like running in 20 different places at once. And it really was not working out for me because I wasn't able to just focus on one thing, master one thing, and get really good at that one thing. So decide, what do you want to get really good at? Once you know the basics of Amazon, pick a category, pick your model, and then get really good at that. So if you want to do retail arbitrage and go into the stores, get your seller app, go into the stores and start scanning. Once you start doing it enough and scanning enough, you're going to know what to start looking for. But if you're jumping around and trying to do retail arbitrage and online arbitrage and try to dabble with some wholesale and maybe think about some private label opportunities, it's too much. Pick one area of Amazon and put all of your focus into that one area to get really good at it, because that's what the most successful people do. They hyper-focus on one certain thing and make themselves better than everybody else at that one thing by putting all of their time into it. So decide, what do you want to get really good at first and invest your time into that. And finally, the fourth thing that I've learned in my journey so far, and I wish I would have known earlier, is that it is so important to make a schedule, especially for people who they're not doing Amazon full time and they have other stuff going on. You're probably working part-time or full-time, you probably have a family. It's a lot to juggle. You literally have to be doing something for your business at least every day to every other day. Maybe it's only an hour a day, but it's still an hour a day. So what I found is I need to be super intentional about it. So on Sundays, I will get a list of everything that I need to do for the week, whether it be sourcing, whether it be looking through leads that may be ACE produced, whether it be coming up for content for you guys, whether it be packaging and prepping. There's always something to do. And if I'm not intentional about it, it won't get done. And I'll save it all for like Saturday, the very end of the weekend when everything is due the next day. So I found that to be really good at Amazon, you need to make a schedule. Think about what you need to do and be intentional about it. On Monday, I'll look through my leads. On Tuesday, I'm going to prep my stuff. On Wednesday, I'm going to bring it to the post office. On Thursday, I'm going to develop my content. Lay it all out on a schedule so that you can see exactly what you need to do each day to hold yourself accountable and to actually get it done. To be successful, you should be investing at least an hour a day into the business. There's always something to do. So make it a purpose, make it a priority to get that schedule and to stick to it and hold yourself accountable to that schedule. So this was just a quick, short and sweet video for you guys this week in my journey, really to focus on letting you guys know what I found to be the 4 most important things as a new seller. So if you too are a new seller, you can think about these things, because really they're 4 of the most important things that I found that if I would have known it sooner on and started implementing and doing these things from the get-go, it would have saved me a lot of time. So hopefully these were helpful for you guys, and I will see you next week in another episode of my Amazon selling journey. I'll see you then.